Hey everybody, we're back. And last episode, we did a whole bunch of stuff. We got evidence, we almost failed, we talked to the jury. It was a whole video, you had to watch it. Oh, and Van Zieks got naked. Yeah, we saw his pecs and his dong. It was ginormous. Anyway, no, I'm playing with you. Anyway, this time, we're gonna go get summonation examination, or no, that we did that last time. We're gonna talk to the jurors, not the jurors, well, the defendants again, the people, the witnesses. Jesus, I this is a recording of right after the last recording, so sorry about that. But I gotta get ahead of this so that I could, because of the other game. Oh yeah. Before I forget, the other game I mentioned already. By the time you see this, it would already be shown. I'm gonna be playing Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yeah, I'm excited for that, but I want to get more ahead of this before we continue to that. More on that later. But anyway, let's continue right now. All right. Witness's testimony again, various misgivings. All right. I also feel like we're gonna come up to a be continued soon, so I just want to get up to that too as well. I only carried 4 passengers that night, I swear. But I'm. Well, I for one was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus. 5? What the? Hang on a second. He fiddled us on the fare, he did, and then I saw that blood-curdling sight as well. It's all too much. I tell you, I saw McGilded stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands. Oh, yes, yeah, he stabbed him. Yes, he did. I think so. All right, well, yeah, that sounds bad, yeah. Counsel, make sense of this for me, please. The phantom fifth passenger conjured into existence by my learned Eastern friend never existed. Wow, he looks very nice. Just take a moment to, acknowledge all the aura coming out of this man. Look, he's lighting up those lights in the background over there. Look at that. There's too much energy coming out of him. Anyway. He's very nicely dressed, though. I'm not gonna lie. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little cozenage. Beepo, explain yourself. I'm terribly sorry, Guildmaster. The guild's fare is 4 pence across the board, you know that. Am I to understand that you've been overcharging our passengers by a penny a fare? It's so cold, and the last run of the day is always half empty. You have been dishonest, coachman. I'm so sorry. You're a disgrace, Beepo, a disgrace. And your selfish actions have brought dishonor on the entire guild. If I may, sir. I had to pay the 10 pence on the bus just last week. What? 4 passengers at 5 pence each is, yes, 20 apiece. I've done the arithmetic 10 times already, but I just can't make the result come out differently. No, that figures, yeah. Well, it would appear that one of the aforementioned misgivings have already been explained. So, counsel, for the defense, your cross-examination, if you please. We've already had the pleasure of dude, use words, please. Protracted summonation examination today. I see you intend to continue the parlor games. Absolutely, yeah, I'm not even gonna question it. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna play these games, and I'm gonna play them now. Alright, here we go. Press everything, like you know. Alright, first things first. Blah, blah, blah. I carried 4 passengers that night, I swear it. But, hold it! You sure about that? So, there were only 4 passengers in your carriage, but you didn't charge them the standard 4 pence fare. Is that right? Oh my gosh, my nose, sorry. It's impossible to make the last run of the day, pay. It was so cold. I could do to stop myself from passing out. I'm getting chilblains just listening to you. It was terrible, so I wanted to give myself a pat on the back for keeping the bus running. Wow, you are freezing, dude. Is there no heater in here? Doesn't a dedicated coachman deserve an extra penny per passengers? You're digging a deeper hole for yourself here. I'm gonna start stuttering because of this man. Dude, just speak normally. If only there had been a fifth passenger in the omnibus that night, then we would have had another suspect. Van Zieks just thinking. Just glowing. Well, I, for one, was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus. Oh, shit, go back. Sorry. I'm Alright, more on you. Sorry. Dude, I'm just like in my own thoughts right now. Does that mean everyone on board that night paid 5 pence instead of 4? Well, I paid 5 pence too, sir. And I just told you that I did. A flat fare, 5 pence across the board. It's not something to be proud of. The so-called discrepancy my learned friend identified was nothing of the sort. Oh, he has a sword there too. I don't know if you see that. Much like the Phantom Killer you so desperately needed, it's gone, dead and buried. I'd have been happy if it had ever existed in the first place. He fiddled on the fare, he did, and then I saw that blood-curdling sight as well. It's all too much. Hold it! Let's just gather more information. This blood-curdling sight, you mean the murder, I presume? Yes, sir. A loathsome sight. No one should have to witness the horror in the eyes of a man the moment his life is taken. Oh, well, not exactly, sir. I mean, I didn't actually see the exact moment the gent was stabbed. What? Good gracious. Really? We have another witness who did, however, the banker has already testified to it. But Mr. First didn't actually see the point at which the victim was killed. That may turn out to be very significant. Yeah, it might be. I heard the banker gent next to me take the sharp intake to breathe, see? That's when I looked through the glass. That's when I saw the horrible blade poking out from his belly, all covered in blood. Every time I see a knife now, I can't help screaming, even when I'm eating. I tell you, I saw McGilded stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands. Hold it! Alright, explain. So you saw the defendant, Mr. McGilded, stabbing the victim, Mr. Mason, who was sitting next to him. That's what I said, isn't it? It was bothering me before this was. For just a brief moment, he hesitated before answering the question. Anyway, there was only 2 of them inside the carriage, wasn't there? There's been much talk of a 5th passenger, but yet 0 evidence. Then what are we wasting all this time for, eh? It's black and white. That man's guilty. Something about Mr. Fairplay's testimony jars with me. I wish I could work out what it was. Oh yes, she stabbed him. Yes, she did. I think so. Yes, you think so? Hang on a second, bro. Earlier, you testified that you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you? Oh yes, that's right. You said the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice pick grip. Beepo? I suppose so. I might have, yes, put the cart before the horse, maybe. What's this? Well, I'm quite sure that about most of it. I was driving the horses when I heard a scream from the seats of the roof. Oh, I expect that was me, sir. Then when I turned around, yes, I saw it through the skylight. The gentleman was on the floor, and the knife was sticking up her midriff. That's right, I learned the fellow holding the handle was a famous man, yes. So in short, you didn't see the exact moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all. I really thought that I did, but when I go over it again in my head, no, I suppose I didn't actually see the precise moment of the stabbing, did I?
Bruce!
Hello, sir. What do you mean?
Excuse me.
What are you... I was waiting for that. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay? Now, you listen to me. I know that what you're thinking. He didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that? Eh? Are you asking me or telling me? Yeah, I don't know. He's getting flustered. Now we're getting somewhere. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed? Some days are like that. No chance. Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through the skylight on the top of the omnibus, that is. Ooh, peeping. I'm a respectable city banker, I'll have you know. And I know what I saw. I remember it as clear as a Ballarat day. It was a grim scene, I don't mind telling you. Alright, well, do tell, please. Thank you, Mr. Fairplay. Oh, excuse me if I was getting a little hot under the collar there, my lord. I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about what exactly you saw. Oh, I can do that, alright. I'll tell you just how grim it was. Alright, do tell, please. Do you think I forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands after the butcher stabbed the man? Did you say blood-soaked hands? Like more than one? I could just present it right now, but I kind of want to press what he says over here.
Hold it!
Blood-soaked. Well, perhaps soaked is laying it a little thick, but... Anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it. That's what we need. And you saw that from the roof, though, through the skylight. Well, the skylight reasonably large, so I had a pretty good view. And there was a lamp on the inside carriage as well, so I'm quite sure of what I saw. This banker's latest statement. I feel there's something not quite right about it. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. When you feel something doesn't add up, Mr. Naruhodo, that's when you should have a good look through the court record. I don't even need to. Not long ago, the trial very nearly came to an end. Somehow, we've managed to keep our chances alive here. I know exactly what I'm going to present. I can't waste the cross-examination. I have to use it to bring some new facts to light. Oh. If you're not careful when you press these witnesses, the danger is that the jury will end up believing something unhelpful as they did before. Maybe, but we can't let the fear of that happening stop us from uncovering the important new information. Oh, Suzuto is shocked. She's so happy too. Yes, you're right. Oh, I love her smile. Keep on smiling, Suzuto. You make my day every single time. I need to pay careful attention. Bro, I got it. Yes, okay. I don't want to miss even if... Yeah, okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Thank you. Adios. Remember, if you happen to spot one of the witnesses reacting in a strange... Yeah, I know, Suzuto. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. I get it. Yes, don't hesitate to pursue them. Yes, thank you. I got it. We did all that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's go all the way to the end. Blah 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 blah. Da 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 da. Blah 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 blah. There you go. Here we go. Now we shall present the grand leather gloves. The leather gloves the defendant was wearing at the time of the incident. There is bloodstain on the right glove only. It doesn't say there, but I'm gonna put it.
Objection!
Blood-soaked hands. Well, I admit that soaked might be laying it on a little thick, but... Anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it. Are you sure about that? Freaking John Cena meme. Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay. You don't play fair, but that's more than a little peculiar. What? Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question. Oh, yes, right. And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain there. But, as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right-hand glove. Oh, don't bite that. Dude, you're gonna ruin your teeth. Stop it. Stop it. That's metal. Stop it. In short, Mr. Fairplay, you don't play fair. Your testimony is inconsistent. Ah! But, no. That can't be right. So you're the liar here, then. You're gonna ruin your teeth, bro. You're gonna need braces. That's right. You were quite clear about it. You said it was both hands. He got his knife stuck again. Now you're biting your thing. Dude, stop. You're gonna ruin your teeth. Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth?
Objection!
Don't you object me, sir. Slam that thing in there. It was a simple mistake. You can't just justify accusing this man of lying. Yes, it wasn't both hands. It was only one. But the fact remains, the victim's blood was on the accused.
Objection!
No, Mr. Fairplay. What the hell happened with the thing there? You saw that? No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands, which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court. Why? I'm a city banker, for pity's sake. My word should be the gold standard. I'm a gentleman, not some gutter snipe, upstanding member of society. Don't I can't say that word. That word. He's claiming to have no reason to lie, in very gentleman-like manner. But is that really the case? Mr. Naruhodo, if we had some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying, it could turn the tide in this trial completely. Something to show this man's compelling reason to lie? Do I have evidence? I'm gonna look at the court records to see. A catalog. The debtor collector? Let's see. We haven't even opened this shit up. Let's just open it up in the middle of everything that's going on. This portfolio must contain all sort of secrets of London gentry. I should really do that as soon as I do it, but never mind. Do you really think we ought to look inside? I think we should, because that's the only thing we haven't checked, and I might be missing something. I didn't read that, sorry. Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps. Ah, ha, ha, it's a joke about Sholmes. Actually, I wonder, are you sure you will not find Mr. Sholmes' name inside? You never know, Mr. Susato. Well, let's see what we find. Boom, 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 boom. A bunch of scribbles. I can't really make it out. Gosh, it's quite full of gentlemen's names, isn't it? Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they? After all, not everyone in this country is well off, like in every country. Oh goodness! What is it? What happened? Look at this. Do you see the name here? Bruce Fairplay. Should that mean something to me? It does sound strangely familiar. Yeah, it does seem strangely familiar. Oh yes, of course, the banker. Why is his name in here? Ah, he borrowed 20 guineas, did he? And look, the repayment date is fast approaching. Is it possible that this is just a coincidence, of course? But this could be very useful information. The details of the debtors. Now we got all the things that we could screw him over with. Sir! Yes, we do. There it is. I have evidence that I just looked at just now. I have evidence. My lord. Yes, counsel? The defense is ready to present evidence. By Jove! Are you sure? Yes, evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay has a reason to lie in his testimony. Grrr! Got you now, dickhead. Very well. I hereby call the defense to present its evidence. The evidence that demonstrates the motive for the witness' alleged deception of the court. Among the defendant's list of debtors is Bruce Fairplay, who would have been due to repay his loan immediately. So, yeah. Take that! This is a list of debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded. Yes. A list of innocent victims crippled by the accused's extortion. The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay. Oh my gosh, everyone's shocked. Even he's like, he has nothing to say. What? Mr. Fairplay, are you currently in debt financially to the accused? No, well, it's barely worth being called a debt. According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. And not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say so? Well, what of it? Let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case? These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, were the creditor of the defendant here to be sentenced to be a capital punishment, all outstanding debts which were owed to him would be annulled. Annulled? Oh jeez, that sounds wrong. They would cease to exist. Cease to exist? Man, so many voices. Mr. Fairplay, is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have something you never in fact saw? In a devious attempt to... Now you're biting into your thing. You're gonna ruin your teeth. You're gonna need more debt. Order! Mr. Bruce Fairplay. Yes, my lord. He has something in his mouth. I'm sorry, he can't speak well. Let me ask you again. And be aware that your answer may have most serious implications upon your future, sir. Did you or did you not see the precise moment in time in which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim? Bite that thing. Do it! Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony. Alright, now let's not make a melodrama out of this. Perhaps I did overstate the truth a pinch. A pinch? That ain't no pinch. But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on McGilded's hands, both of them.
Objection.
Say it with a more enthusiasm. And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained. So you keep saying. First, I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir. Go ahead, Mr. First. Well, the thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself, as it happens. Seeing what? The blood, sir, on the silent's hands. I think, yes. I'm almost sure that it was on both of his hands, not just one. Wait, what? 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 Oh, come on now. Stop it. Stop it right now. It would appear that we're going to need further testimony from all your witnesses. This time, I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see. Do I make myself perfectly clear? Yarsh! Mr. Naruhodo, this is good news. The course of the trial seems to have shifted slightly at last. Yes, I might finally have a chance to turn things around here. Or put myself in more deep shit. I'm at 24 minutes. I could go for a little bit longer. Why not? Oh man, I'm getting hungry. Yeah, we'll go for a little bit longer. There was blood on both hands on the assailant. I sincerely distinctly remember that. However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters. I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both the attacker's hand with blood on them. I didn't actually see anything myself. No, not until I heard that scream. Anyway, the fact remains, there can't have been anyone else inside the carriage, or we would all have seen. Little bit worrisome there. He's adjusting his toupee and adjusting his glasses. Well, lo and behold. In truth of the fact, not one of you was witness to a crucial moment the crime was perpetrated. I apologize, my lord, but honestly, there was no one else inside that carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood. That much incriminating evidence in tantamount saying we saw the man do it. That's really not what testimony is about. Oh God, my voice. Somebody help me. Let us examine the interior of the omnibus one more time. The victim's fresh blood is clearly visible on the seat, corroborating the witness's account. In other words, there is no substantial nor significant change in the facts of the case. Very well, your cross-examination, please, counsel. Yes, my lord. I wouldn't say that, you know. All right. Oh, look at the eyes on him. Anyway, what the witnesses really saw. All right. So, blood in both hands. Sincerely, remember, we're gonna press everything. No, the evidence tells us otherwise. We have the gloves the defendant was wearing on the night in question, in the court record. I'm well aware of that, sir, but nevertheless, I know what I saw and I stand by it. The man had blood on both his hands. He's defiant, even in the face of hard evidence. He's steadfastly refusing to admit that he might be mistaken about what he saw. But why? Your reasoning is dire. One hand or two, the salient point remains unchanged. Minutes after the grim crime, the victim's blood dripped guiltily from the accused's fingers. However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment transpired. Alright, we're just pressing everything, getting more information. Don't try to downplay this. Whether or not you saw the exact moment of the crime is a matter of fundamental importance as well, you know. But for crying out loud, we all know that no one else could possibly have done it. I was just trying to serve us all some time. You have a loan of 20 guineas outstanding with the defendant, do you not? Had you hoped to release yourself from the financial burden by ensuring the defendant was found guilty? That's not entirely not what I was hoping for. I lost guinea or 10 when I backed the wrong horse in the derby, that's all. I was going to win it all back. There's a fixture this weekend, that's for sure. Ha! A little guinea or 10. I'm a banker. No one bats an eye if I borrow a little spending money for the weekend. I think you have revealed rather more about your character than you bargained for, sir. This witness scruples are not on trial here. Proceed to the next witness. Is that really how it's supposed to work? I hope so. Alright, man, I'm feeling lightheaded. I remember seeing the live. Alright, so we're gonna see. You definitely saw that too. Blood on both hands. Yes, sir. I mean, I know what you're going to say. Only one of Mr. McGilded's gloves has any signs of blood on it. That's right. The thing is, as far as I remember, sir, when I looked down and saw Mr. McGilded sitting beside the other fellow, I don't believe he was wearing any gloves, sir. He wasn't wearing any of these. He wasn't wearing these gloves. That's correct, sir. And I saw the blood on both his bare hands quite clearly. Oh, autosave. Jesus. Hang on, I feel lightheaded. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. That's all gonna be edited out. I'm gonna say this again. That's correct, sir. I saw the blood. Well, I think I said it. I don't know. We'll just continue now. Excuse me. I just drank some water. It's true. The dark-colored stain on the dark leather gloves wouldn't have been easy to see. Oh, he's got a scroll now. I should point out that the police officer who apprehended the accused on the night in question reported that there were no trace of blood on Mr. McGilded's gloved hands. There wasn't blood on his hands. This is puzzling indeed. This must be significant somehow, I'm sure of it. Beepo. I didn't actually see anything myself, not until I heard the scream. Alright. You didn't see anything? Oh, yes, sir. This is to say, no, sir, I didn't. Very sorry about what I said before, sir. Very sorry, yes. It was very wrong of me to make up stories and say I saw him stab your man. Wouldn't you agree, sir? I know you're insinuating, but I certainly wasn't making up stories. Still, to say you saw nothing isn't right either, is it? No, sir. I saw nothing at all. Mr. Beepo, you were driving your horses. At the very least, you could, must have enjoyed a good view of London's streets, no? Wait, what is this? Naruhodo, again. Naruhodo. Oh, please, you didn't even see that? It was so cold that night. I could see to keep me from passing out, sir. Yes, my head was fairly frozen. So sorry to say, sir. It would seem prudent to avoid travel on the last omnibus service of London's cold winter nights. Beepo! Ah! He's still angry. Anyway, the fact remains that there can't have been anyone else in the carriage, or we'll have seen it. Let's hold it here. I feel like I could do this. And everything you saw of the incident was through the skylight of the roof of the omnibus. My hair. I just took off my hair thing. Ow, my head hurts. That's right. It was fiercely cold that night, but the glass wasn't frosted over. Oh yes, I remember I was shivering. It was so bitter. Which rather begs the question of why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place. Well, I don't have anything this young fellow, but I couldn't enter the cabin. Oh, why not? It was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door. Huh. Interesting. It was locked? That's right, and it's a public bus service, for pity's sake. That's not what I call fair play. Ha! Ha ha! Your name isn't fair play. Yes, I had exactly the same experience. I tried knocking, but the gent inside just gestured me at me to clear off. So I had no choice but to climb up the roof deck and look down longingly into the warm cabin below. Well, I can assure you, I wasn't just looking down, I was glaring long and hard. And that's precisely why I can't tell you with absolute confidence that if there was anyone else at all in the cabin, I would have noticed. You sure about that? Unequivocally, I would say... I'm not sure about these two witnesses. Could they really have seen everything inside the cabin through the skylight? No. No. We did our thorough check of it. They might not have been able to. Because remember, you can only see from the top down. You can't see the chairs or the things. Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay. You were riding this omnibus and witnessed the event in the cabin through the skylight in the floor of the upper deck. Is that right? That's right, yes. In that case... there is a portion of the cabin interior that would have been out of sight from you. What? By golly, really? Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. But the possibility cannot be denied that at the time of the incident, there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus.
Objection!
Oh, you want to object? Enough hypothetical mandering, my Nipponse friend. The prosecution demands that you substantiate your claims. After all, the scene of the crime is here in the flesh. Very well. I will uphold the prosecution demand. You will identify the area of this cross-examination section, blah, blah, blah. Where exactly in the omnibus are you suggesting this potential extra passenger could have been situated? Right in here.
Take that!
In the chairs. Both rows of the seats of the roof face the direction of the travel, whereas the seat in the enclosed cabin face each other. Which means the visible part of the cabin, which passenger on the roof deck can see through the skylight, would be that person, exactly. Is as I've drawn there. Ah. That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite of the one which the victim and his attacker were sitting in is obscured from view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's quite possible that these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it. Grrrr! That scream, though.
Objection!
Don't object, me! It's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. You Nippons have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity. I concur with the prosecution, Your Honor. In a British court of law, evidence is a paramount. I cannot entertain this conjecture, counsel. That is, unless you are able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude. Can you, Mr. Naruhodo? I don't think I can. I don't have a name. No. I honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Alright, I honestly don't know who it could have been. Who could have been in the other seat, which was out of sight from the witness's roof deck? I have an inkling of an idea. Do I have anybody? Oh, whoops, that's the wrong place for me to do. Oops, that is not what I wanted. Let's see. People. We still have him. Oh my god, we didn't go through the names. He's 48. He's 32. He's a Holmes age. 54. Beepo 62. 34. 21. Hey, he's 1 year younger than me. And of course, I have no idea. I don't think we have anything. Let me just run by. I don't think I have anything in here. I already looked through this, blah blah blah. Yeah, all that was in here was. I'm not gonna read all that. Just skip through that like a mashing the A button. Yeah, no. I don't think we have anything right now, I should say. Unless there's something in this picture that I don't know. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think so. We'll try with I have no idea, because I'm pretty sure we have no idea. We don't have a clue. Ugh, I have literally no idea. But as a proud citizen of Japanese Empire, you will look to the sky and walk on, making sure all signs of tears are gone. Wait, so do I have something? Go on. Wait, I do? This isn't just a case of going on, Mr. Zato. I literally have nothing. Alright, I'll go on then. Fine, I guess the defense would like to put forward a name. A fucking name? I don't have a name. Do I have a name? You are a fool. That response was a desperate attempt by a man who has no notion of his own limitations. A toast to hard lessons not yet learned. Let us not delay, counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat. Oh, god damn it. What the fuck? This could be it. There could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn in my favor. Oh my gosh, who? I don't have a name. That night on the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the omnibus that was obscured from view was... Could it have been... Oh, what the fuck? I don't know. It's one of two names that I can think of. It could have been Bruce. I mean, he was there. He witnessed it. And we're not going to pin it on McGilded. It has to have been Bruce. We're going to pull off the "it was you" deal. Fuck it. I'm out of options.
Take that!
I'm out of options. Yes. Concealed in the blind spot of this cabin that night was none other than this unexpected passenger. Whatever so-called logic you use to arrive to that conclusion matters not, because your answer has made one thing abundantly clear. The real blind spot is inside your head, and it would appear to be unusually large. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? I'm gonna reset this now, and I feel like once we're good. So it ain't him. It can't be him. It's not Zieks. Is it really McGilded? Really? Are we really gonna like... Okay, fine. Sure, fine. It's McGilded.
Take that!
Ah! Wow, okay, fine. It was one or the other. I had to have been him or... But, you know. The passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witnesses on the roof deck failed to see has to have been Mr. Magnus McGilded. Yeah, okay, that makes sense now. Mr. McGilded? What are you talking about, counsel? That's the name of the defendant.
Objection!
Why are you objecting? I'm giving... Whoa, okay. I forgot he did that. Bro, you're gonna burn that place down. Relax. If I desecrate the chambers by smashing my hollow chalice, do forgive the discourtesy. Lord Van Zieks. People talk of those tiny island nations in the Far East as having a learning and culture of their own. But I see they use the terms ill-advisedly. What are you saying? Let me explain in terms that even a student of an artless backwater, such as yourself, might understand. When the bloody scene unfolded, the victim and his assailant were sitting side by side. Multiple witnesses have attested to the fact. It's the very premise on which this case was built. Hang on. But that premise may be wrong. What? If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. McGilded, it creates an inconsistency that can't be reconciled in any way. What inconsistency, counsel? The defendant's glove, my lord. Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claimed that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Objection!
Don't object me! Yet, we know the truth to be otherwise. Only one glove bears the gory remains. The point is, even in the face of this irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance. Yes, their testimony remains unchanged. Exactly. They both adamantly swear that they clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailant. Two people can't be wrong. In short, their memory of events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth. Fairplay? It was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night, a third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood was on the passenger's hands, both of them.
Objection!
Don't object. What are you doing? And who? This third party. Well, who was this third party? Obviously, the true culprit. Ooh, extraordinary. Let's go. We're getting somewhere now. Order, order, order. What exactly are you postulating?
Objection!
The defense's postulation is just that. Nothing more than conjecture. The witnesses have clearly stated that they saw the accused. Never mind. But when elaborating on this testimony, Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. Yes. The tops of their heads were obscured by the roof. I could see the rest of them, though. Yes, that's right. Both gents were most certainly hatted. Hatters do tend to notice such things, sir. Well, you have a hat. And what particular styles of hat did the two gentlemen sport, Mr. First? I'm afraid I don't remember. And you call yourself a hatter. The style of the hat makes no difference. There was no third passenger in that cabin. How can you be sure? Because if there had been, the accused Mr. McGilded would undoubtedly have offered to dispose the fact. Would he? Unless that is you are proposing an even more preposterous explanation. That the accused failed even to notice the presence of the true culprit in the very cabin in which she traveled. Ah. Well, did he? He's right. If there was another person traveling in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus, it's inconceivable that Mr. McGilded would have been unaware of it. Order! There is clearly a simple solution to the problem. Bring the accused Mr. McGilded to the stand. Well, what do you say, counsel? The prosecution objects, my lord. Why? On what grounds? As a suspect, he will have already made a full statement to the police. But what if there was some reason he was unable to speak freely? Magnus McGilded is no uneducated ruffian. If it indeed turns out the man has been without withholding information, you can be sure it will have been a most deliberate act. Counsel, for the defense, what is your opinion? My lord, should we ask Mr. McGilded to testify or not? Fucking demand the testimony? I want to hear what he has to say. Yes, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. We have to. The defense would like to call Mr. McGilded to the stand. In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury. Oh, yes, I need a little time to consider this. If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilded has to say. Get the man out here, I say. It would be utterly illogical not to hear this testimony. When something doing to get it done, that's how I run things at the guild. Ready? Hearing what the patron of my favorite little park has to say. Oh yes, that would be lovely. Yes, the jury says the man must be heard. Alright, well, I guess. Very well. The court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once. I think this is where we shall stop. Hopefully they gave me it to be continued. Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear. To be continued, please. I beg you. Thank you. No! Damn it! It's so long. Let the proceedings resume. Next time, because I want to eat. Thank you guys so much for watching. And next time, we're going to hear from McGilded, because I cannot do an Irish accent right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. And next time, this judge is going to be judging me by how I do my accents. Thank you guys so much for watching. I said that 50 million times. See you guys in the next time. And by now, I'm playing Jedi Survivor. Hopefully, it's fun. I know it's fun. But anyway, just say bye. Why are you so dumb? Bye. I'm the judge, and I say adjourned. Shut up, you idiot.